Understanding Veterinary Toxicology, a Historical and Modern Dialogue. What exactly is veterinary toxicology? Where did it come from? How did it grow into the complex science we know today? These are the questions that naturally arise when we begin to explore this fascinating discipline. Let's unfold this story together, step by step, across history, science, and practice. In the beginning, from mystery to medicine. Long ago, before scientific understanding emerged, animals were often seen as secondary to human needs, used for labor, food, sport, or guardianship. Yet, their importance steadily grew, especially as they became companions and economic assets. This shift sparked early attention to animal health. Initially, when animals, and humans alike, fell ill, people believed it was due to spirits or unknown forces. They turned to folk medicine, rituals, herbs, and charms aimed at warding off these mysterious agents. Although primitive, this marked the first steps towards understanding disease. With time, observation and experience guided people to recognize patterns of illness. They began to categorize diseases based on cause, etiology, laying the foundation for the sciences of pathophysiology and therapeutics. As herbal remedies and natural extracts were used, some early thinkers noticed that small amounts of certain substances could heal, while larger amounts could harm. Thus emerged an important realization: the dose makes the poison. This principle, still valid today, signified the birth of toxicology. The rise of toxicology and veterinary involvement. As human medicine advanced, so did the understanding of drugs and poisons. The use of natural and synthetic chemicals expanded, bringing not only therapeutic advances but also risks of toxicity. Rapid industrialization and the chemical revolution introduced thousands of new substances into daily life: pesticides, metals, solvents, and drugs. Unfortunately, misuse and accidental exposures increased. Chemicals appeared in unexpected places: feed supplies, water sources, even animal habitats. Public concern grew, and scientists began organizing to understand and prevent these toxic exposures. Veterinary medicine paralleled this development. With the expansion of livestock farming, especially in the western rangelands, farmers faced devastating losses from poisonous plants. Drought and overgrazing worsened the problem, leading veterinarians and researchers to investigate plant toxins seriously. By the early 20th century, collaborative efforts between field veterinarians and government scientists produced an explosion of knowledge. Published guides helped farmers identify toxic plants and implement safer grazing strategies. Veterinarians become toxicologists. Veterinarians quickly proved invaluable in the field of toxicology. Their broad training in physiology, pathology, pharmacology, and clinical practice allowed them to tackle toxic hazards comprehensively. Famous veterinary pioneers led these efforts. J.L. Shoup explored fluoride poisoning from industrial pollution. R.P. Link identified dicumarol, the anticoagulant in spoiled sweet clover. P.B. Hamanchard developed chelating treatments for lead poisoning. W.G. Huber examined toxic effects of antiseptics and chemotherapeutic drugs. W. Binns and J.W. Dollahite studied poisonous plants affecting livestock. Veterinary toxicologists expanded their toolkits to include biochemical assays, electron microscopy, and early molecular techniques to understand how toxicants cause harm at cellular levels. Wartime and agricultural expansion, accelerating the field. World War II saw widespread use of insecticides and chemical warfare agents. Veterinarians played a crucial role in developing safety protocols for military animals and livestock. After the war, these chemicals found use in agriculture, but often led to poisoning incidents requiring veterinary intervention. Universities and dedicated centers, like the Poisonous Plant Research Laboratory in Utah, began specialized research, connecting the dots between environmental toxins and animal diseases. As agricultural chemicals became more potent, think of organophosphates, carbamates, pyrethroids, fipronil, ivermectin. The role of veterinary toxicologists became indispensable. They worked to manage both accidental poisonings and chronic environmental exposures. The emergence of professional veterinary toxicology. The growing recognition of veterinary toxicology as a distinct specialty led to the formation of professional bodies. 1958, formation of the American College of Veterinary Toxicologists, ACVT. 1960s, Establishment of the American Board of Veterinary Toxicology, ABVT, with formal certification exams beginning in 1967. Academic training centers sprouted across the U.S. at Cornell, Iowa State, Florida, Kansas State, and beyond. These programs emphasized laboratory skills, diagnostic reasoning, and research in molecular toxicology and genomic toxicology. Today, these academic programs have grown globally, shaping veterinarians into skilled toxicologists capable of addressing complex environmental and clinical toxicological challenges. Veterinary toxicology today, a global and molecular science. Modern veterinary toxicology has expanded far beyond diagnosing plant poisonings and chemical exposures. It now includes nanoparticle toxicology, studying risks from nanomaterials in veterinary therapeutics; ecotoxicology, understanding how pollutants like dioxins, PCBs, and cyanobacterial toxins affect wildlife; emerging contaminants, such as melamine contamination in pet food and mycotoxins in feed; One Health approach, addressing how animal toxicology connects to human and environmental health; carcinogenesis models, using animals to understand cancer risks of new chemicals; endocrine disruption studies, investigating how chemicals mimic hormones, affecting reproduction in animals and humans. Veterinary toxicologists are now active in food safety, drug development, regulatory toxicology, and global health initiatives. They ensure the safety of animals and indirectly protect human health through rigorous monitoring and control of toxic risks. The future. Where is veterinary toxicology headed? Veterinary toxicology continues to evolve. Artificial intelligence and digital pathology are speeding up diagnostics. Omics technologies, genomics, proteomics, metabolomics, are revealing precise mechanisms of toxicity. There is growing focus on climate change and how environmental shifts increase exposure to new toxins. Bioinformatics is helping predict toxic risks even before they occur in the field. Global disease surveillance includes monitoring toxins that cross borders and affect ecosystems worldwide. Veterinary toxicologists will play a critical role in addressing the next generation challenges, from zoonotic outbreaks linked to environmental toxins to safeguarding food chains in an increasingly industrialized world. Conclusion: the global guardians of animal and human health. Veterinary toxicology is a vibrant and essential discipline. It blends clinical skills with molecular science, fieldwork with laboratory research, and individual animal care with global environmental stewardship. Veterinary toxicologists do not just diagnose poisonings, they prevent them, research them, and build safer systems for animals, humans, and the planet alike. As we move forward, this science continues to offer new opportunities to protect life in all its forms.